I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psych Hacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is the importance of sex in relationships. So this is one for the ladies out there. Both men and women have a hierarchy of priorities when it comes to what they're looking for in a relationship. And while sex is important to women, it's typically not as important as it is to men. And I'm going to try to explain why sex is so important to men in this video. And to do that, I'm going to use the analogy of professional relationships because counterintuitively, what works in business is often what works in relationships. But before I offer this analogy, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It takes less than a second, costs you nothing, and it's how you can support me in my mission to deliver free, high-quality content to the world. Thanks for your help with this. Here we go. Let's start with professional relationships. What distinguishes a professional relationship from all the other relationships on the planet? Like, what is the one thing without which the professional relationship does not exist, even if everything else is present? That thing is the receipt of money. A job is your money relationship. In the vast majority of cases, it's the only relationship that people have in which they receive money. It's the defining feature of a professional relationship, without which the professional relationship does not exist. Consequently, it makes sense to prioritize the financial elements when considering entering into a professional relationship. Sure, you can want to be passionate about your work, but the truth is, you can get passion elsewhere. You can want your work to be meaningful, but you can get meaning elsewhere. Do you understand? Most people are not going to get money elsewhere. So it makes sense to prioritize that in the scheme of needs when entering into a professional relationship. All right, now let's transition. So what distinguishes a romantic relationship from all other relationships on the planet? What is the one thing without which the romantic relationship does not exist, even if everything else is present? You guessed it, that thing is sex. A romantic relationship is your sex relationship. In the vast majority of cases, it's the only relationship in which people have sex. And in an exclusive relationship, it's the only relationship where people are allowed to have sex. It's the defining feature of a romantic relationship, without which the romantic relationship does not exist. Consequently, it makes sense to prioritize sexual elements when considering entering into a romantic relationship. Do I find this person attractive? Do we have chemistry? How frequent is the sex? What kind of sex are we having? It's like you can want an understanding partner, but you can get understanding from a confidant. You can be emotionally supported, but you can get emotional support from a friend. On the other hand, most people are not going to get sex elsewhere. And in a committed relationship, your partner is kind of your exclusive sex dealer, like the company store at which you have to do your shopping. So it makes sense to prioritize sexual elements in the scheme of needs when entering into a romantic relationship. Now, the pushback I generally get from this position is basically, well, Orion, this just sounds so mercenary. Like all you care about is money, all you care about is sex, and that's not actually what I said. These aren't the only things to care about. They're just the most important things to care about in certain contexts. I don't care what other reasons you have for going to work. If you stopped getting a paycheck, you wouldn't show up on Monday. As passionate and fulfilled and aligned with the mission statement as you were, you probably wouldn't work for free. By the same token, if the sex in a relationship dries up, it's highly likely that the guy eventually won't be reporting for duty, especially if he isn't married to you. Hopefully that makes sense. What do you think? Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and see the About tab for more information on donations, consultations, and sponsorship opportunities. Thanks for listening.